Rick Adair has taken over as the bullpen coach. We talked with him today about what he's trying to do in the bullpen, what the ideal situation is.
Well, Gary, it's you want to get to where you have consistent roles more than anything, and then that's all dependent upon how good your starting rotation is, how deep they're getting into the ball games, and you'd love to have a 7-inning guy, an 8th-inning guy, and a 9th-inning guy, and then possibly just a left-hander that matches up somewhere between the 7th and 8th inning.
So, and one long guy to go with that, and you'd be. I'm talking about the perfect world now. That's what it would look like.
Yeah, I mean, you want to have a long guy in case something happens to one of your starters, and the ideal thing would be not to use that guy at all. But that would be the ideal world.
We talk about guys getting up in the bullpen and warming up and not throwing. How do you judge when he's warmed up so much in the bullpen that he's no longer available for today or say the next day?
Well, the rule of thumb, and this is kind of an extreme, but if you get a guy up 3 times, he's either up or in. And obviously Bucket does a tremendous job with our bullpen, and that doesn't happen. But usually twice is what we've done, and you're either down or you're in the ball game.
Do you, with guys not knowing if they're going to come in but are being asked to get up, do you ask them to pace how they warm up as to how hard they're throwing? Well,
yeah, unfortunately we have enough guys that have some experience down there, and they know how to do that, especially the guys at the back end of the bullpen, and you watch their effort, and depending upon how many days they've had off prior to that, sometimes they'll really let it go and then back off. So it's really dependent upon the day.
We hear about starters throwing on the side off days. What about the guys in the pen?
Kind of a rule of thumb again. If you go 2 days without getting up or getting in, you'll get on the mound, for 5 or 6 minutes, just real easy. Just kind of get a feel for the mound.
What's the status of the bullpen right now? The Orioles' pen's been used quite a bit. I mean, are you concerned about the number of innings being thrown?
Well, I mean, that's just the way it is, and usually, especially as many road games as we had, you're pitching. We've been pitching late. Been pitching 9 innings, and that's good. But as we get further down the road and our starters get stretched out a little more and go into the 7th and 8th inning, it'll work out.
The communications primarily with the skipper, with you, or with Mark and the pitching coach?
It's all 3 of us, and Buck will call down and ask how a guy's doing or if he's ready, etc., and ask my opinion at times. And obviously, he and Mark talk a lot during the game.
The number of guys that you have in the bullpen, is it too many right now for the Orioles? Would you rather have the 12, the 13, 11? Well, what's the number?
I think you need to ask Buck that question. But I think ideally it's having 7 guys down there is ideal. But with where we are right now, having the 8th guy, it's we have a good solid bullpen.
Do you like working down there? I mean, you're kind of in another land, aren't you, when the game's going on?
I'm learning a lot. It's the first time in the big leagues that I've been in the bullpen, and it's a different environment. There's no doubt about it, and it's enjoyable, and we've got a great bunch of guys.
We appreciate it. Thanks for the info.
Appreciate it.